Hello students, welcome to biology class. Today's topic is deviations from Mendelism. In our last session we already discussed about incomplete dominance. Today we are going to discuss about codominance, multiple allelism, polygenic inheritance and pleiotropy. What is codominance? It is the inheritance in which both alleles of a gene are expressed. Both alleles of a gene are expressed independently in a hybrid. It is the inheritance in which both alleles of a gene are expressed independently in a hybrid. According to our previous knowledge or according to Mendelism, a particular character is influenced by two factors. Out of these two factors or genes, one is always dominant over other, or one gene expresses its character in presence of its alternative allele. Here you see, according to codominance, both alleles of a gene are expressed in a heterozygous condition independently. Right? Here, example for codominance, a classical example is AB blood group in human. ABO blood group system was discovered by Dr. Karl Landsteiner. AB blood group was discovered by De Castillo and Steen. Listen students, blood grouping is based on antigens present on the surface of RBC and antibody present in the serum. Blood grouping is based on antigens present on the surface of RBC and antibody present in the serum. What is serum? Serum is nothing but fluid part of the clotted blood. Okay? There are four types of blood groups such as A blood group, B blood group, AB and O blood group. Okay? They are produced by three different alleles represented by IA, IB and small I, lowercase I. Here I stands for immunoglobulin. Let us see blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O and their antigens and antibodies. Here you can see the RBC. The surface of RBC shows antigen. In blood group A, antigen A is present on the surface of RBC and antibody B is present. In case of blood group B, the surface of RBC shows antigen B and antibody A. The surface of RBC in case of AB blood group shows two antigens, antigen A and antigen B. Here you can see antigen A and antigen B. Both antigens are present on the surface of RBC in case of AB blood group, but there is no antibodies in the plasma. Right? In case of blood group O, antibody A and antibody B, both antibodies are present in the plasma, but there is no antigens on the surface of RBC. Right? Now we will discuss codominance in detail. ABO blood groups are controlled by gene I. ABO blood group are controlled by gene I. I already told you I stands for immunoglobulin. Okay? It controls the production of sugar polymer or antigen. It controls the production of sugar polymer or antigen on the surface of the RBC. Okay? So, gene I has three alleles. Very important student, allele IA, IB and small I. Allele IA, IB and small I. Here IA and IB produce slightly different types of sugar or antigen. Okay? Here allele I does not produce any sugar. Okay? So alleles IA and IB are equally dominant. Very important. IA and IB are equally dominant, whereas allele I is recessive. Right? Here allele IA and IB produces slightly different types of sugar or antigen on the surface of RBC, whereas allele I does not produce any sugar or antigen on the surface of RBC. Okay, here very important, concentrate here. IA and IB are present together In the sense, in the hybrid or heterozygous condition, they both express their types of sugar or antigens. Both the alleles expresses their phenotype. Okay, so this is due to codominance. This is due to codominance. So codominance is a condition where alleles, both the alleles of a gene expresses their character in a heterozygous condition or in a hybrid. Okay, so very good example is AB blood group. Okay, AB blood group. Here in this slide we are going to discuss different types of genotype. What is genotype? Genotype is nothing but genetic constitution. Genotype is nothing but genetic constitution of individual, right? Here the individual with blood group A, individual with blood group A may possess IA or IAI allele. Okay, so if he represents IAIA, then the condition is called homozygous. He is homozygous for that blood group. If he possesses IA or recessive IA and recessive I, heterozygous condition. This is heterozygous condition. In case of blood group B, here also individual may possess homozygous or heterozygous genotype. Homozygous IB, both the alleles are dominant. In heterozygous, one of the allele is dominant, another one is recessive, small ib and small I. The person with genotype IAIB, the person with genotype IAIB have blood group AB, blood group AB. See here, both the alleles are different and both the alleles expresses their phenotype. So individual shows AB phenotype. He shows AB blood group. Okay. In case of blood group A, there is two types of genotypes are possible: homozygous IAIA and IAI. In case of blood group B, here homozygous IB, both the alleles are dominant and one dominant IB and one recessive small I. Okay, in case of AB blood group, individual possess both the dominant alleles IA and IB. Here this is very important, recessive blood group O. Here it is possible only when the person represents small I genotype. Okay, he possesses only small I condition. Okay. Here 6 different types of genotypes are present to 4 different types of phenotypes. Okay. Here is one problem regarding blood grouping. Okay. In one family, each of the 4 children has 4 different types of blood group. In one family, each of the 4 children has a different blood group. Their mother is group A, blood group A, and father is blood group B. Explain this pattern of inheritance with the help of cross along with the genotype. Okay, in this problem, they are given blood group of mother and blood group of father. Mother is A blood group, she may have 2 types of genotype, maybe homozygous or heterozygous. In case of father, he represents B blood group, right? So he may possess homozygous genotype or heterozygous genotype. But what is given here, 4 children has different blood groups. So all the 4 different types of blood groups are represented by their children. Okay, A, B, AB and O. One of the child is O blood group. O blood group is possible only when both the alleles are recessive, small I, recessive. So recessive allele is represented by small I. It is possible only when parents are heterozygous. Parents are heterozygous. So we'll take heterozygous genotype. Okay, for father will take IB and small I, mother will take IA small I. Okay, so very important. One of the child represents O blood group. O blood group is possible only when both the alleles are recessive, right? So it is possible only when father and mother are heterozygous for their blood group. Okay, so here 2 gametes, each gamete carry only one allele. Okay, allele segregate separately, independently during the formation of gamete. Okay, so here IB and I, 2 types of allele are segregated during the formation of gamete, okay, and in case of mother, Ia and small I, egg carrying either Ia or small I allele, okay. When you cross them, there are 4 possibilities, right? Sperm carrying IB allele combined with egg carrying Ia allele, then possible genotype is Ia IB, phenotypically it is AB blood group, and IB allele containing sperm combined with egg containing small I recessive allele, then possible blood group is B. In case of third type, if Ia egg combined with sperm containing small I, then possible blood group is A. The last possibility is if sperm containing recessive allele I combined with egg containing recessive allele I, so possible blood group is O because genotype is recessive, both the alleles are recessive, okay. This is a table showing different types of alleles contributed by the parents. You can consider it as father or mother, parent 1 and parent 2, and here possible genotypes of the offsprings and phenotypes of the offsprings, right? This table can be used to solve the problems regarding blood grouping. Now we will discuss blood compatibility. Here blood group O is always considered as universal donor. Very important, blood group O is considered as universal donor, whereas blood group AB is considered as universal recipient, okay. Here you see O blood group person can donate blood to A, AB and O. O blood group person can donate blood to A, AB and O blood group person, right? Because there is no antigen on the surface of RBC, only antibodies are present, okay. In case of AB blood group, only antigens are present on the RBC, antibodies are absent. So he can receive blood from A, O and B blood group person. So O blood group is universal donor, he can donate blood to anybody, but AB blood group is universal recipient, he can donate blood only to AB blood group person, okay. Here A blood group, you see he can receive blood from O blood group and donate to AB, okay. Here B, in case of B, he can receive blood from O blood group person and he can donate to AB and B blood group person, okay. So try to remember, universal donor blood group is O, universal recipient blood group is AB. This is a table showing to whom you can give blood, okay, donate blood, and from whom you can receive blood. These are the different blood groups. Here you can see, just concentrate on O negative blood group. He can donate blood to anybody, but he can receive blood only from O negative person, okay. And come to AB, he can receive blood from anybody and donate only to AB person, okay. So here universal donor is O blood group, universal recipient is AB blood group. Now we will move to one more concept, multiple allelism. We already discussed what is allele. What is allele? Allele is the alternative form of a single gene. Allele is a alternative form of a single gene occupying same locus on homologous chromosome. Then what is multiple allele? Okay, two or more alternative form of a single gene occupying same locus on homologous chromosome is called multiple allele, okay. Two or more alternative form of a single gene occupying same locus on homologous chromosome is called multiple allele. Now we will see multiple allelism. It is a condition in which more than two alleles govern the same character. It is a condition in which more than two alleles govern the same character, okay. So example is ABO blood group in human. Example is ABO blood group system in human. One more example, coat color in rabbit and eye color in Drosophila, okay. So multiple allelism is a condition in which more than 2 alleles govern the same character. They influence the same character. ABO, blood group in human, coat color in rabbit, eye color in Drosophila. ABO, blood group system in human, okay, it is controlled by gene I. Gene I has 3 alleles instead of 2, okay, IA, IB and I. IA produces antigen A on the surface of RBC, IB produces antigen B on the surface of RBC, whereas allele I, it is recessive, it will not produce any antigen on the surface of RBC. Okay. So, here are the genotypes of the different blood groups. A blood group, homozygous condition, IA, AB blood group, IA and IB both are expressed. Okay. Here A heterozygous, IA recessive, I. Then B blood group, homozygous, IB, B blood group, IB recessive I allele, and O blood group, both the alleles are recessive, small letter I. Okay. Next, coat color in mice. Here you can see agouti, chinchilla and black. Okay, here agouti is dominant over chinchilla and black. Okay. In case of eye color in Drosophila, there are nearly 14 different types of eye color are present. Here red eye is always dominant over white. Now we will move to polygenes. Very important concept, polygenes. It is the inheritance in which some traits are controlled by 3 or more genes. Okay, it is an inheritance in which some traits are controlled by 3 or more genes. Or polygenic inheritance refers to the kind of inheritance in which the trait or character is produced from the cumulative effect of many genes. Here more than one gene influences expression of a particular character. 2 or more gene influences the expression of a particular or a single character. Here classical example is skin color in human. Here you can see variation in the skin color, extremely dark skin to very light or albino skin, there is no pigmentation. Okay. Now human skin color is example for polygenic inheritance or multiple gene inheritance, right? We will assume there are 3 dominant genes A, B and C. They control the dark pigmentation. Okay? The recessive alleles small a, small b and small c, they control light pigmentation. Okay? So the genotype with 3 dominant gene and 3 recessive gene produces intermediate skin color or mulatto. Intermediate skin color or mulatto. Okay. Say this is a chart showing the cross between Negro or extremely dark skinned person with fair or very light skin or albino person. Okay. Here dark skin is controlled by, or dark pigmentation is controlled by 3 dominant genes. Each gene represented by 2 alleles, right? So we will write AA, BB, CC. Produces dark skinned, right? Here recessive allele, here also 3 genes, each gene 2 alleles. So small a, small b and small c, small c. So this is a genotype of albino individual. This is a genotype of dark skinned or extremely dark skinned individual. Okay, they produce the gamete with A, B and C. All the alleles are dominant. From each gene one allele is transferred to gamete. Okay, so A, B, C. Here all the 3 alleles are or genes are recessive. Small a, small b, small c. When these 2 gametes combine in F1 generation, intermediate phenotype is expressed or mulatto. Intermediate skin color is obtained. When they are allowed for selfing, you can obtain from each person you can obtain 8 different types of gametes. Okay, these are the possible combination of gametes. From each person 8 different combination of gametes can be produced. On selfing, we can obtain 64 different types of genotype in F2 generation. 64 different types. Okay, you have to represent gametes of one person in a column, whereas another person in a row. Okay, this is a Punnett square. It's a table used to determine the possible genotypes and phenotypes of a given cross. Okay, here you can see the first individual possesses all the genes are of dominant type. All genes are dominant. All are dominant A, dominant B and dominant C. 6 genes or 6 alleles are of dominant kind. Okay. Here number of dominant alleles, the presence of dominant alleles are responsible for pigmentation. Okay. Irrespective of type of gene, number of genes are considered. Here you can see 5. Okay. Here 4 dominant alleles. I will show one chart. If the genotype possesses all the genes are of dominant kind, 6 alleles are dominant, then phenotypically the person shows dark skin. If the person possesses 5 dominant alleles, here you have to see irrespective of type of gene, number of genes are considered. Okay, here 5 alleles are dominant, so very dark. In the third case, 4 alleles are dominant, so dark here. 3 alleles are dominant, 3 are recessive. So phenotypically the person shows intermediate skin color. In the another case, 2 alleles, you can see here capital B and capital C, other alleles are recessive. So individual shows light skin. Okay. In the another case, here you can see in this genotype, one gene is dominant, other all are recessive. So very light skin. The last case, there is no dominant allele. All 6 alleles are extremely light. So person is albino. Okay, here presence of number of dominant alleles are considered for phenotype. Okay. Here you can see out of 64 individual, one individual there is no dark pigmentation. All genes are recessive, so he is albino. Out of 64, 6 are showing only one dominant allele, so they are of very light skin. Out of 64, 15 are showing 2 dominant alleles, so they show light skin. Out of 64, 20 are showing intermediate phenotype, 3 dominant, 3 recessive, so they express intermediate skin color or mulatto. Out of 64, 15 are showing 4 dominant alleles, so they are dark skinned. Out of 64, 6 are showing 5 dominant alleles. Here you can see 5 dominant alleles, so they are very dark. The last, only one person you can see, all these 6 genes are dominant. Okay, so he is of dark skinned or extremely dark skinned or negro. Next we will move to one more concept, pleiotropy. Okay. Pleiotropy is the expression of multiple traits by a single gene. Right? Polygene, where particular character is influenced by more than one gene. Here you see it is a condition where a particular gene affects more than one character. One gene influences expression of more than one character. Here you can see the picture of a chromosome where one gene is highlighted, right? This gene is responsible for more than one character, expression of more than one character. You can see trait A, trait B, trait C. Okay, so pleiotropy, very important, the effect of a gene on more than one character. One gene or allele influences expression of more than one character. Okay, the condition is called pleiotropy. We will discuss the example starch synthesis in pea plant. Okay. Here starch synthesis in pea seed is controlled by a single gene. Starch synthesis in pea seed is controlled by a single gene which has 2 alleles, capital B and small b, which has 2 alleles, capital B and small b. In homozygous condition, capital B, it is responsible for production of large grains with more starch and round shaped seed. Listen carefully. In homozygous dominant condition, It is responsible for production of large grains with more starch and shape is round. Okay. In homozygous recessive condition, it is responsible for production of small grains with less starch and shape becomes wrinkled. Shape become wrinkled. Okay. What happens in the heterozygous condition? In heterozygous condition, it produces intermediate sized starch grains. Okay, intermediate sized grains with round shape. Intermediate sized grains with round shape. So here you can see the flow chart. Homozygous dominant, one is crossed with homozygous recessive. Here seed is round. Seed is round. Starch grains are large. Okay, here seed is wrinkled and less starch is present. Okay, grains are smaller in size. When they crossed in F1, intermediate sized, round shape, intermediate sized grains are produced. Okay, in F2, homozygous condition and heterozygous and homozygous conditions are produced. Here BB condition, homozygous dominant produces round seed with large grains. Homozygous recessive condition, it produces small grains with wrinkled seed. But in heterozygous condition, it is produced intermediate sized grains and round shape. So if you consider gene that is responsible for production of starch in P, B and B. B is dominant, small b is recessive. But it influences, along with the synthesis of starch grain, it influences what? Shape of the seed. If you consider shape of the seed, it is dominant. Because in intermediate or heterozygous condition, seed shape is round. Only starch grain size become intermediate. Okay. So in that case, starch grain synthesis, it shows incomplete dominance. So here gene influences two characters, synthesis of starch as well as shape of the seed. One gene influences more than one character. The phenomenon is called pleiotropy. The two more examples, right? Pleiotropic mutations in human. Here phenylketonuria and sickle cell anemia. What is phenylketonuria? This is single gene defect. Single gene defect. Here gene influences a particular character here, but in addition to that, it causes mental retardation, reduced hair and skin pigmentation. Mutation in that gene, due to mutation what happens? Synthesis of enzyme is absent. Phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is absent. Along with that, it also causes mental retardation, reduced hair and skin pigmentation. Okay. Here sickle cell anemia, it affects structure of hemoglobin and shape of the blood cells. Okay. Here this is responsible for the production of normal hemoglobin. In addition to that, it also affects the shape of the blood cells.